All right, fellas. Here we go. So, we're here with Middle Kid. What was the name of the song you just played?
That song is called Competitive.
Is that new?
Ish. We've been playing it live for entirely too long, but it's not recorded.
Well, that leads me, of course, to my next question. Why haven't you recorded?
Because I had a whole bunch of songs written and then I threw them out, and recording only one song is not a good look.
You know what? I heard about that. So you did a whole record and you threw it away, huh?
Yes.
Why?
Because most of the songs were written during a time of like transition between band members and everything, and so it was really hard to like really nail down how I wanted everything to sound. Like, do I want this sound to sound more like weirdly effects driven like our song Blackouts, or do I want this song to be more like straightforward like our song Shell, and kind of figure out what is working and what to move forward with. And so that kind of, when I listened to all of those songs and when I played all of those songs, I really just wasn't feeling satisfied, and I didn't want to put out something that I wasn't like really proud of.
Well, you just talked about the different lineups for Middle Kid, and you now seem to have a solid lineup. No?
I really hope so. I hope so.
So how did this lineup come to be? This is still fairly new, right?
Yeah. So actually, so I talked to God, and he told me that you're actually allowed to trade one Braswell for another Braswell. So I traded Evan for Austin, and so he's playing drums right now. Well, so I mean, so mostly
Austin looks so much like Evan, like the way you play too.
Oh yeah.
He like Austin, I've never found that Austin looks as much like Evan as he sounds exactly the same. They have the same voice.
Can you give us some voice? Can you say something?
Hello, I'm Austin.
That's definitely just like
They sound
Evan.
exactly
That's
the same.
just like Evan.
They sound
Evan.
the same. Well, so Andrew, I don't remember.
Well, I remember seeing on Facebook where you're like, "Hey, does anyone want to play bass guitar for a couple of shows?" And then it was just like a whole bunch of funk bassists were like commenting back. And,
Never ask, never outsource.
and there were a
Everyone
lot of
will
people
tag their friends.
Yeah,
George
and a lot of
Clinton
like
responded.
yeah, it was just like I'm like, that's
take
weird.
that.
And then I'm like, hey, I haven't played bass in a while, but I'll do it. And you said, oh, thank God. Like,
Pretty much, I really like Andrew, and so I was like, okay, that's good. And Austin had just like come back into town and hadn't played music, and like, you can explain it. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You need to talk.
Oh yeah. So after college, after my hiatus of music, I moved back to Frederick, and then I saw Zach on Facebook was like, "Hey, we need a drummer," and I was like, "This would be cool to join a band again." So yeah.
You formulated this whole lineup on Facebook.
Let me tell you, it was a terrible idea. You should never really like try and find band members via Facebook. It's basically like going to your local music store and posting it on that bulletin board. Everyone that's gonna hit you up is like, hell yeah, like Creed. I wanted to find someone who didn't have like a billion other projects going on. Call it selfish. I might call it selfish, but I wanted to find someone.
Andrew has a billion other projects.
He has
going
like
on.
one other project
other.
going on, and he has a second project that just covers Silent Hill Mountain songs and pretends to be French Canadian, and so that doesn't count. And so
finally, Andre Laplace gets its time.
and to be honest, Silent Hill Mountains is like in the midst of recording something, so they've been kind of like quiet for a while. He swears this is the year they come back. I swear if that happens, he's out of the band.
You know what? That's a perfect answer. You know, the Frederick One Take, if I could flash back, is this the year of Silent Old Mountains comes back? Remember I asked you guys that? Will this be the first year, I guess, that it'll feel like the mountains are back?
Yeah, and then Sam went, oh, wowie, 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 or something like that. Ooh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like,
That's the end of that, yeah. And then you sang Jingle Bells.
Anyways.
That was the end. So when can we expect a new Middle Kid album this year, let's say?
I really want it to be the case because I really want to be eligible for the like best of the year on Frederick playlist. Really, I have the article hanging in my office right now of how we got like the 6th best song in Frederick or whatever.
I love that.
Which was
I
that.
love that EP,
I'm
dude.
feeling real good about that. So I hung it in my office.
So with this lineup, I want to know, Like, are you confident that like you're not gonna have to put out any more Facebook ads?
I'm really, really hopeful. So he just settled down and bought a house.
Oh, he's
not
in
anywhere.
it. He's in.
locked in, yeah.
The
He
drummer
just-
for Middle Kid is locked down.
Locked down,
Okay.
and he just started renting a new apartment, and I am the only real variable there. So maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll leave. No, I'm just kidding. My partner
Middle
Emily
Kid.
is committed for 3 more years in Frederick, so we have at least that.
That would be so great if like you quit Middle Kid.
I'm just gonna quit.
How would that
Alright,
happen?
guys.
Well, so it would be really funny if they
We
just
go on
kept it
Facebook.
going.
Yeah, we hit up Facebook and we're just like, hey, we need a lead singer
Yeah.
and a guy that writes songs. Let's do it.
No, but so I'll be serious for a second though, and that we threw out all that music, and really what we wanted then was like, okay, and by we I mean me. I really wanted to be able to go in and just be like, oh yeah, let's just come up with this stuff organically. Like, oh, you just play something or you just play something and I'll just like riff off of that. But what it really came down to is I'm not as good at my instrument as I think I should be. And as a result, I'm not really good at just riffing off of people. But thankfully, I have spent more time recently at home just like coming up with stuff. So I have a few things that I'm ready to bring in, and we haven't done that yet because most of our practices have been centered around, oh, we have the show coming up at the end of the week. We want to make sure we're prepared for that, etc. But now we have only one show on the horizon, and so we are ready to kind of actually make these practices about writing and trying to get something done. And I'm not going to linger too hard on those things. As soon as we get stuff done, I'm just going to go get it recorded and take care of.
Right now, the Frederick music scene. I want to know what you guys think because you guys know a lot about it. Like you really do. Is it
Too much.
Yeah. Do you like it? Is it good? Is it cool? Do you like
love
some
it.
things?
I'm wearing
Do
a
you
Gloop
like-
shirt. I love the
know,
Frederick
but-
music. Historically, what I have said is that it's good, and then you go into the whole like venue talk and all that. You need all ages venue, etc. And obviously, like the subversive people have been really good about like trying to continue to have houses and everything around to make sure that that kind of continues. But they can only do so much because they're just trying to do their thing, and anyone that runs a house is like burdened. But one of the things that I have really, really wanted and is just starting to happen is like emergence of like new bands coming in, like Flooded coming in is really awesome, and like the dudes from Although are coming in like doing their thing, and like I just want more bands. I love the bands that we have here. I just want even more. And Gym Shorts coming in is a beautiful thing.
A simple question here. Everybody wants to know. Everybody's been dying to know. What does Middle Kid mean? How'd you come up with that
It's
name?
exactly what it sounds like. I have an older sister and a younger sister.
Are you angry at being a middle kid?
No, it's been okay.
But your
You
music
don't.
is very angry.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm angry about? I'll tell you what I'm angry about. How many people tag me in National Middle Kid Day, which happens like 7 times a year. Hey Zach, it's National Middle Kid Day. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks. That's so funny.
Isn't there like there's another band called Middle
Middle
Kids?
Kids.
I'm
We
gonna
tried to
sing-
open for them.
I tried to open
Okay.
for them like
Okay.
3 times, and they will not respond to me. And I'm gonna tell you something. I
big in
emailed
this.
when they were playing a certain venue whose name I will not say because I still try and book there. When they were playing a certain venue, I hit up the person that books, who always responds, which I really appreciate. And I was like, "Hey, can we open for Middle Kids? Like, come on!"
It'd be
and
fun.
they were like, "There's absolutely no way that's going to happen."
Oh wow!
And I was like,
Really?
Well,
I don't
thanks
know
for
if
your
that's
honest-
you or if that's them saying it, but
So my final question to you guys is, and we're gonna go. I want a response from everybody. We'll start with you, Andrew. Favorite Death Cab for Cutie song?
But I'm gonna go with Transatlanticism because that was the song that made me like that band. So
Fair enough, Zach.
the first time I ever heard Death Cab for Cutie was literally after I'd just gotten broken up with, and I went home and I turned on I'll Follow You Into the Dark, and I couldn't make it through the entire song, and I cried a lot. That's not my favorite song. It's probably Kath or Bixby Canyon Bridge.
Okay. Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a total poser.
He doesn't like Def.
No, I do like Def Cab. I actually have one of the records on vinyl, but I forget what it's called. But it's
You're such a
it's
fan.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
Check out the record exchange on Market Street.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think I got it at Soundgarden in Baltimore. Actually.
Oh,
Don't.
let's
I don't know.
on, man.
I couldn't even rattle off a song. I don't know.
No, go ahead. What you
No,
were gonna say something?
I really don't have like a favorite one. I don't know. I like them all. Yeah.
No, that's-
I can't rattle off.
That was the
one.
worst answer you could possibly. Middle Kid, thank you so much for your
Thanks
time.
for having
Thank you.
Thank you.